Okay, well then, Edwin Grove is next up.
Hi, I'm Bill Grove. I'm a Republican candidate for sheriff. Recently in the news, a couple things reminded me of what reiterated in my mind what caused me to decide to run for sheriff to begin with. One of the first things is the recent hiring of a former FDLE agent, weeks after he resolved his criminal charges and weeks after he resigned from FDLE. My opponent was quoted in the paper as saying everybody deserves a second chance, and I generally agree with that statement. However, in 2011, the MCSO fired 5 employees for untruthfulness or criminal action. None of those employees were charged in court. The other issue in the news recently is a deputy in the Upper Keys who's running for sheriff who was accused of allowing a deputy to show up to work intoxicated. The sheriff's office for many years has known about that deputy's problem with alcohol. They knew about it for such a long period of time. They determined that that deputy should, at the end of his shift, turn in his keys and his gun to his supervisor and be driven home by another employee to Dade County to be picked up the following workday, driven back to Monroe County, where he's issued his keys and his gun. The sheriff's office allowed this scenario to happen, allowed this scenario to continue, and when it finally blew up in their face, they blamed the other candidate. There are 2 symptoms of poor leadership in an organization, and they are lack of morale and high turnover. The sheriff's office has both, and that's why I want to be your next sheriff. I'm Bill Grove. Vote for me on August 14th, Republican for sheriff.